Hey, what's going on everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have another mold. This one is a new one that will be showing on the channel, but it is not new to me. I've had this one for a couple of years now. And this is the 4-inch Ecto Craw from Angling AI. This one has 4 cavities and a long runner and sprue. Drinks up a lot of plastic, but here's the bottom piece of it. A very good mold that I don't shoot too frequently, so I think I should start doing it a little bit more. Really like the way they come out. They shoot very nicely. Laminates come out, triple injection, all that stuff, really good. And so for this one, we're gonna do a little crazy fun color and mix up something a little bit different. And when we do, we'll see how it turns out. For our liquid of choice, of course, Deadon Plastix. We're gonna be using the Craw 2 blend. This is the sinking blend, not the floating. And like usual, we'll do about 1 cup of plastisol. This one is going to be pretty straightforward. 2 colors, just a laminate, but we're going to also try a little bit something else using the Angling AI C block. Today's color of choice, Deadon Plastix Amber. This is a new color that I haven't tried yet. I've had it for a while, but it's just been sitting on the shelf. So today we're going to do it. We're going to do about 35 drops of amber. Now this is a very transparent color, so if you do a little bit, it doesn't really show up if you're looking for an opaque style where it's more or less see-through. So 35 drops I thought was just about right to where I would like to see. And when finished stirring it, it has a pretty interesting tint, I guess, or glow to it. So as I was deciding on what color to go with on this video, I thought amber would be a nice choice. And as I was thinking, you know, what would be a complementary, what would be a nice color that we can use for a laminate, maybe a top, using this as a bottom. So maybe a different crazy style color to this would also be maybe like a teal. And so that's what we'll be doing for our next color. So to make a teal, I would use the neon blue from Deadon Plastix. About 8 to 10 drops. It's totally up to you on like the color you're trying to achieve. I have a reference image that I'll show you in a little while to do the comparison. The next color we're going to add is the neon lime, and this will be just about the same amount of drops, about 8 to 10 drops. What this will do is give you kind of that bluish teal looking color, and as you add more blue, of course you'll get a little bit more blue and less green. So kind of play with it how you like. And then what I'll also do is add in some ultra white. You can see as we mix up the blue and green, it looks pretty good. However, it's very transparent, so you don't get to see it as an opaque color, where I was trying to make it a little bit more less see-through. So that way the amber doesn't kind of fight with it and they both come out very transparent. So what I do is add about 3 to 4 drops of ultra white from LureWorks. And then I bring in some of the Dorado powder from LureWorks, about 1/8 of a teaspoon. We drop that in. That's going to give it that bluish green tint, but also pearlize. So go pretty crazy adding a lot of stuff in here. And keep in mind, when you add pearl powders, it will make your plastics like harden up a little bit quicker. And so your temps could be a little bit different and vary. But as you can see, that transparency goes away with the powder, a little bit of that white, and we start to get that teal aqua green looking color. And so this color is like a complete complementary opposite spectrum color to the amber. We're going to finish it up with 2 flakes. This one is from Barlow's tackle. It's the holographic green. We'll put in about 1/4 of the green flake. And as you can see, when we use the Craw 2 blend, it's already kind of a thicker plastic, I want to say, to where it cools off a little bit quicker. So keep that in mind as you start to pick your plastics on what you want to use. Also, powders seem to cool it off a little bit quicker, and it takes a little bit longer to heat up. So keep that in mind as well. And that's why sometimes temperatures can vary or be a little bit difficult to get like on the dot. So pretty happy with the way this color came out. You can see that little pearl shine, but then the flake in there. So what we're going to do now is add in the Barlow's Tackle orange flake. This is also a holographic flake. Thought it would be kind of nice to match it with what our amber looks like here. So almost the same color. The orange flake is a little bit darker. However, what we're gonna do is we're gonna throw it into our aqua teal looking color that we just made. And as I was making these colors, I was trying to think of other ones that can go really well with amber. Another one that would probably look amazing is like a cinnamon or like a dark brown, some type of like darker brown color would probably really set it off with the amber, as when the light penetrates it, it seems to have like a crazy glow to it. But anyways, we're gonna put in about 1/8 of a teaspoon of orange hollow, so a little bit less than what we did with the green flake. And real quick, as you can see, as the orange gets mixed in, you can see it barely darkened up that teal color. So if you want to get a little bit darker, think about the flakes that you add into your plastics as well. All right, let's give it a shot here. I have the temperatures ranging from about 317 in between like 325, 330s. I was trying to make sure that I get them about even, but also shooting it cold because I wanted this laminate to come out like straight line. I know some of us, we like it when they bleed over, when they blend with each other, look a little bit more natural, which I love as well. But I wanted to show the difference of what we can do. So keep that in mind when you're double injecting. If you want something to be a fine, perfect line, shoot it colder. However, it does make it a little bit more difficult. So let's go ahead and open up our blending block here. You can see the amber and that teal with the flake in there. Looks pretty good. Crazy color, I know, crazy color, but thought it looked pretty good. And that amber on the bottom looks amazing. That's what I was saying, like a brown, a black. So I'll definitely be using this color again soon in another video to where we can really show off the comparison and the contrast between like a laminate where you do like a dual or a triple color, because it looks crazy. So as we open it up, we check out these craws. They look amazing. As you can see, there's that perfect line. So again, shooting it cold gives you these nice crisp lines. If you like it that way, go for it. Shoot it hotter, you'll have it bleed over and look a little bit more messier, but more natural. Again, filling in, I try to get that top part of the laminate to be a little bit more opaque than it would be on the bottom, but you can see a little bit of bleed over, not too bad. Overall, the lines came out pretty clean. Some of the front parts did not fill in all the way with those little antennas. However, no big deal. It's not going to make a difference to the fish. You can see there's the bottom, there's the side view profile of these. Again, these colors on a wheel are complete opposite on the spectrum. And this is a comparison of what I was trying to go for. But overall, thought it came out pretty nice. There's that orange and blue flake glitter. Could be good for a good trailer. Here we have is the Angling AI C block. Now this is one of those ones that does like those crazy bleeding or those crazy blending colors. And so this is where I had the idea of something like really contrasty would work. But in this case, we're just going to use the same plastic we just used before, the same color. But on another video, we'll definitely have to try this out. Doing like an amber with a brown, or amber with the black, or even like a darker blue, like a navy blue would probably be really good as well. And so as we're going to shoot this, we'll do it on the same Ecto Craws, the 4-inch ones from Angling AI, and we'll see how they turn out. The block I didn't warm up, I did shoot it cold, so always keep that in mind as well. If you are going to be doing the dual injectors, I like to warm up my blocks, and even the mold sometimes I'll preheat and get those a little warm. The injectors as well, just to make sure that everything goes in smoothly. This one was a little bit cold, so it was a little bit more pressure I had to put down in order to have these fill in all the way. As you can see, I was coming close to it not topping off, but it was cold outside. So let's check this out now. You can see there's a plate that divides the colors, but then also mixes it at a random assortment. And looking at that little sprue piece right there, you can see there's the amber and that teal that blends into each other. And it looks almost like it creates just the same dual laminate, but with the bait and you have a contrast color, you'll actually see it blend in different lines and different shapes and swirls on there sometimes, so it looks really cool. But this is what we have from the C block. Now let's check out what we have from the actual mold itself. Straight from the get-go, you can see that right one has the amber. Here's the sprue runner. You can see it does drink up a lot of plastic, but there's the mix. You can see the top mixed with the bottom gives you the all arranged assortment, and when the lights hit these, it just looks crazy. So I can imagine, like on a clear water day, or even just, you know, shallow, throwing these on the bank somewhere with the light penetrating through that amber, it would really glow and really shine. Here's a bottom view. You can see it bleeds and blends in with it from the body to the head to the pinchers. Even the legs have all sorts of blending into it. So the C block's really cool. Kind of low key, don't really see it too much. Really fun way to also shoot your baits. Alright, so as always, appreciate you watching and tuning in. Really thank you to everyone who supports, watches the channel, helps me with the feedback, gives me tips. It's awesome. I always take them in consideration and I use them on my next baits to help me get better, and everyone else that helps each other. So really great community. One last time, here's another shot of the lures. This is the Angling AI 4-inch Ecto Craw. If you haven't picked one up, you should do it, and also give that C block a try. If you have any ideas of what you want to see next on a C block being used on the video, let me know and I can also do one for you. Lures, molds, don't matter. Let me know what you want to see and we can make it happen. So as always, catch some big fish out there, and thank you guys for tuning in. Have a nice one.